What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Black Cat Panther podcast. Y'all already know what time it is. Let's get into it as we get into it. Y'all, what's going on to my brethren on the panel? What's going on? Oh, damn, what's going on?
Cat got your tongue. Got a little hairball in there, ain't you?
There's a little bit of a pork chop.
Yeah,
How my brother doing over here, man? What's going on, fellas?
We good, man. We good.
we're good, brother.
What's the
Man,
deal? What's the deal
ain't
with
nothing
you?
going on about the rent around here. So
I know something going on.
Well, you
I
know,
know something going on about 3 more days.
well, you do
true.
know Christmas is coming real fast and in a hurry. Christmas is around the corner. So make no mistake about it, the gifts are wrapped and they're ready to be presented.
Hope y'all happy with y'all gift.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope it come in the form of a 6'5" fella that they keep saying is a project. I just hope that it come in the form of that. How y'all feeling?
I want my quarterback to wear grown man clothes.
Yeah,
You know, that baby gap. That's just me.
yeah, no lie about that. I can't
I
be mad
hear
at
you. I
that.
hear you. I hear you.
You don't want a guy that's 5'9", 5'10", no?
Come on now. He 5'10". We give him 5'10". He got an arm on him, though. He got a little arm on him.
5'10", and 8.
Russell Wilson, what, 5'11"?
Yeah, but Russell Wilson 220.
It is a problem when you got to keep addressing this over and over and over again about this guy's height and weight. But motherfuckers will say it's not a problem. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime you got to talk about something as a deficiency, it's a problem.
I ain't know you ain't never been in a relationship with somebody and they just kept pointing out something. Just pointing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then they say, yeah, but I ain't really worried about it though. I ain't really worried about it. You crazy as hell. You worried about it. you keep saying, yeah. You right about that. You right about that, Pat.
You know.
But especially if it's something you can't fix.
That's true.
It's something you can't fix. You be like, man, you know what? It's over with.
He gets on them Tom Cruise shoes. Might put some little stuff in his cleats.
You know what? I'm not going there with y'all today. I'm not going there with y'all today.
Make no
mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. We are in the right place. This is the era of the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. So, with that being said, we gotta find us a quarterback, man. We gotta find us a guy. And no lie, the more and more I keep hearing everybody bringing CJ Stroud back because we had one of the guys, which is the owner of the COG test, come out today on the Pat McAfee show, and he basically was talking about it was a wash. I mean, it was just the untruth about the 18% that came out about CJ Stroud. So, fellas, how y'all feeling about that, man? What does that say to you guys? Do you believe what he is saying at this point?
I believe him. Go ahead.
I can't believe him because let's just say it was leaked, or right now he's got to clean his face up. What we call it, cleaning his face up, because I mean, if this does drop this guy's draft stock, right?
He can sue.
Which has got the potential to do it. Yeah, he can sue. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because this guy, when they came in and signed everything, we trusted you to hold these scores or whatever under lock and key or under so much confidence. He can sue this guy, the NFL, because basically say, hey, you ruined my life, you dropped my draft stock, you hurt my money, I could have went number 1. What is that? 40, 50 million. Now here I am, I'm going number 8. I just lost 20 million or something like that. So I kind of, you believe it's a cleanup job, or you believe that something fucked up got out and happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks like now he's going on a tour of Save My Ass. because I feel like you had a chance to. Okay, if no point the real score, let's show the real score. Especially if this is your company, you don't want to have a bad name for it. They've been using you for the last 8 to 9 years, and then now this is came up to be one of the uh, most used tests that they hold highly in certain franchises. This is the time to not only save your face, save your company, but also put out the real scores so that way you don't defecate anybody's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, and when it comes to how I feel about everything now, like you just said, he's on a save my ass campaign.
Mm-hmm.
What you gotta understand is once you smear somebody through the mud, like how Goat just said, you gotta basically, and this is your test, your platform that went out there. Now, be mindful, you're not in control of how people receive those results. But think about it. This test came out how many months ago, and it's taking you until the outcry of people come out until now to send out a statement and say that it wasn't what it is. Do you really believe that's a heartfelt, or do you even believe it's true? No, not whatsoever. I just believe that it's cover my ass moment is what that is to me. And
Hmm.
like Gold said, you don't want to get sued. You don't want to be the cause of somebody basically dropping in draft stock because of this cog test and uh just the bullshit that's coming along with it. I mean, I'm to the point now we judge these quarterbacks on what we think they can do. Everybody's here because we basically looking at their talent and saying, can this guy win us the big one? Can this guy be that guy for us? That's what you want him here for. That's why you go out and you make the trouble of getting these guys in through the door, is because you hope one day that you can host a Lombardi trophy with this guy within the next 10 years. And do you think CJ Stroud is that guy? Is Bryce Young that guy? Is AR-15 that guy? We have a bevy of guys that turn their minds off of AR-15 just because they don't like the way he run. They don't like the way he look. They don't like the way he's so similar to Cam Newton. And so um, that's a huge problem. I mean, you guys got to understand, you can't be so biased to the point that it clouds your judgment. Like we said it before, Cam Newton was nothing short of an MVP. It was nothing short of taking us to Super Bowls. And we got so many people that just say AR-15 is just a runner. He's a running back. I got a video that I'm gonna queue up for you guys that's gonna really, hopefully, bring some light to what AR-15 is as a quarterback. Now, granted, I got two guys that I like, and you could say I'm biased. I like Bryce Young and I like AR-15. Everybody on this panel has a different liking to who they want. Like I think GOAT is CJ and he's AR-15. Pop, I think Pop is who which one you are, Pop?
I'm with Goat, AR, or CJ.
AR or CJ. Pat, how you feeling?
I'm more so Bryce, and I like AR. I say AR.
Okay. Everybody on this panel has a different pick of who they like. And for us, we're just opening the doors to other doors where other people are scared to even open their mind to. Because if you think about it, and if we show you video where this guy can be a confident quarterback, where he can drop back, his pocket presence is just as good as the other guys, he can make all the throws that the other guys make. If we show you all that and you would turn around and still say, nah, he can't do it. Nah, he's not good enough to do it. Never mind his coaching staff. Never mind the weapons he had. Never mind every single aspect that held him back last year. When you look at another guy like CJ who had the prime position, he had everything that he needed. Like I said, 5 number 1 receivers. He had, like I said, and it's no joke, he got the fucking Justice League at wide receiver. And I'm not playing it with that at one bit. This nigga has goddamn, he got Thor, Captain America, he got all these cats right there with him every step of the way. And Wiley broke it down so well on the show today, saying that these guys knew how to create separation so well with him. That's what I'm afraid of when it comes to this guy and his ability to really do that on the next level with a different team with a different set of receivers. Can he do the same thing that he's grown to do right here? Because when the lights come on, he play football. Um, he's just not a guy that can take a test. He just doesn't seem to be. If I hold him to what we saw come out, because I'm a prime component of what comes out first is what I believe, not the bullshit that comes out afterwards. So I believe the 18%. They're gonna try to clean that shit up, but I believe that that's the truth. And whether they retract that or come up with another number that's just gonna please the Panther fans or any fans out there, that's fine. But they done lobby this other number out, and it's taking them until this moment for them to retract that statement. But I'm not going to judge CJ based off no cog test. I judge CJ based off of what I see on the field. Now, granted, people say he had over 300 yards in the Georgia game. They say he had in Michigan game. He came out there, he did everything. He dominated in the game, but he still lost the goddamn game. So I don't understand is where you hold certain other quarterbacks they foot to the fire, but you don't hold it for CJ. And every excuse that you guys come up with because you see what you want and you don't want anybody else. Your mind is closed off to anybody else. You don't give a fuck what nobody say. You will sit here and go through the fire with CJ, knowing damn well that might not be the best possible solution. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I believe in some certain instances, maybe Bryce Young is the better option. There's some instances where AR could fit more of what Frank Reich wants to do. I mean, we've heard on multiple occasions that Frank Reich was enamored with AR-15, but people will close that off and say, nah, he didn't say that. He didn't do that. Thomas Davis didn't come on live TV and say that, ah, I'm hearing whispers that they love AR-15 up top, and I don't like that. I want Bryce. He didn't go on live TV and say that. They'll pretend like none of this shit happened. But you know what? That's enough. I've said enough right now. This is just my opening spiel. Fellas, how y'all feel?
I ain't know, man. You was venting just now. You had to air that one out just now.
The shit was on my chest. It was really on my chest.
You had to get it off your chest there. Okay.
I've been arguing with niggas all day, Pat. You just don't know it. All day long about this same stupid shit. Like,
Yo, I with this.
If you go outside or walk outside and say the sky blue, them boys will say no, the bitch purple. What? What are you talking about? Come on. Reality is not reality with some of these cats. And like I said, they'll tell me what I'm looking at is not sufficient. How is it? I'm looking at this guy. Once he breaks off, nobody caught him. Not a linebacker within a distance could catch this nigga. I look at this guy make passes in the back of the end zone for touchdowns. They'll say he can't throw the damn football. It is nonsense.
Look at him make progression. Look at him go through his progression as much as he can because his damn line keeps playing Olay ball, out there running with the Bulls. And people say he's this big time project. 3 years. I've heard somebody say it's going to take him 3 years, 3 seasons. So he won't be ready before 2026.
It's gonna take him some
I don't
time.
understand. I don't understand what you said. Why, Pat?
It's gonna take him some time. I don't know about 3 years, but it's gonna take him some time. I don't know about 3 years.
You think?
Every quarterback gonna
That's it. If he get the right program with the right coaches, that's gonna. He's a raw talent. He just needs some reps, man, because he's only started 13. You gotta look at it like this. Anthony Richardson. And please, y'all don't think this is the Anthony Richardson channel. Anthony Richardson started 13. Well, maybe close to it. Damn near. He came in. He had three. He didn't start the 3 games. He came in on. Then he started the whole season last year with a coaching staff that he wasn't their guy. That they didn't have an offensive plan intact in favor. Okay, so then we go And boost on to that, the offensive line is young, the receivers were young. I mean, it was a young team, not a good team. Next year to be a better team. If AR would have came back to Florida, now you got to look. He was not the recruit of that coach. Just like he said, he would have been in a Matt Corral type situation. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to Florida. But if he'd have came back to Florida, let's just say he was that coach's guy anyway, it would have made no difference. He'd still been a top 5 NFL prospect right here in the draft. So it makes no difference if he come out now and get it in the NFL or if he stayed in school and got it there. Because of first year quarterbacks rely on athleticism because they don't know the NFL game. The jump from college to the NFL is so significant that they have to rely on your athleticism. Or either they go to the thing of letting you sit, learning the playbook, this and that. When you come in mid-season or something like that, after the guy in front of you bombs, you do look like you do know what you're doing. So, double-edged sword, man. We could get this guy. We could start him day one. I guarantee you he would beat out what we have right now in camp. I know that for a fact.
But then we ain't got shit over.
Come on, I heard a lot of that Matt Corral stuff this morning, and I couldn't get to my phone was dying. I couldn't get to it fast enough.
That was
if
a lot.
You think Matt Corral arm is going to be any stronger than any quarterback we bring in through this door, I'm minutes away from the Ravendale Bridge in Charleston.
What the hell? Matt Corral, Matt Corral not even gonna be ready. He's not even gonna be ready when the season starts. so everybody can kill that shit.
Yeah. Look, if y'all
what we gonna do?
Here, well, hell if I know. Yeah, look, my only option, and this is how I see it, scenario, because if we go off a base of what Frank Wright and the coaching staff and everybody has been telling us, they made their bed at the combine. Their decision was made then. So either one, there's only 3 scenarios that could happen. One, they saw what they saw from Bryce, and I mean not from Bryce, from CJ and AR-15 and said, okay, we're going to continue on with Bryce. Or that's option A. Option B, CJ wowed them so much they couldn't contain themselves, and they say, okay, we're going to pick this guy after seeing him. Or option C, AR-15 made and took over that room that we saw. And I find it very funny the day after the combine, or a couple of days after the combine, Thomas Davis is over there talking about, I'm hearing whispers that these guys are gonna, they're infatuated with AR-15. And he didn't like it. He said, I want Bryce Young. He went on his own little campaign where he was doing a little bit of smudging. So, I mean, it's clear as day who Frank Wright is in love with. And I think the coaching staff is torn between who they really want. I mean, let's be real. I think Thomas Brown and those guys have to make this offensive book. And with them doing so, they're going to look at the best guy that can come in. Look, the NFL today is RPO. There's a little bit of a mix of West Coast and RPO from the Shanahan tree, but you put the shit together, and you got a hell of a damn system, boy.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's very interesting. You know, the fan base is in 3 pieces. You got some crumbs over there. That's, the Levis fans and the hookers. The majority of the fan base, CJ, and Bryce. So yeah, it's interesting. We're gonna see what happens.
You got a little bit of feedback, Pat, man. Yes, sir. So without further ado, while we get this thing started and cranked up here tonight, I got a little video for y'all to watch, man. I'm gonna just do like the first 5 minutes of it, man. Just the first 5 minutes of it or so. Since y'all don't believe anything I say, I'd like to just put it out there, how we live it. I'm just saying.
We have not seen the best of him yet. He's basically all upside at this point. But I think in this video, we're going to concentrate on what he's already doing that are pro level type of things, despite only having just a dozen starts.
Just 13 starts, 455 dropbacks as a college quarterback. We all know the athleticism. It's staggering. In fact, he's the most athletic quarterback to ever enter the NFL, according
By
to
far.
the numbers, by far, at 6'4", 244 pounds. And typically when we do these prospect videos, we wait until the end to like throw the massive conclusion at you or prediction. I'm going to lead with it this time. I'll lead with the headline. He's termed a project, but I do not see how Anthony Richardson fails with his combination of headsy pocket movement and athleticism, unless he's like a bottom 10 passer in terms of accuracy and a bottom 10 processor at the NFL level. Because the word raw is thrown around a lot when talking about Anthony Richardson, just because of his arm, his size, his athleticism. But I 100% believe that there's a huge difference between raw and inexperienced. And we'll get into why with more experience comes more positives out of Anthony Richardson's game.
He fits what the NFL is trending towards. And I think there's two things that are going overlooked. There's this huge transition in the NBA about just like leaning into the 3-point shot. Obviously, the easiest way for the NFL to do that is to pass more. But I think within that, there's two different things. It's one, avoiding sacks. And last year, this was according to Rich Rebar, the percentage of drives without a sack, how often they score some points on that drive, 24% of the drives, if there's not a sack, that drops down to 8% of drives if there is a sack. And we'll get to it. But Anthony Richardson avoids sacks, and that's a very clear way to score more points. And the other thing is the short yardage rushing on carries with 3 or fewer yards to go. He had a 73% success rate because he's so strong. He throws defensive tackles off. We just saw Jalen Hurts find the cheat code and led them all the way to the Super Bowl with some of the short yardage rushing. So that is not going anywhere. He is like elite at that stuff. And like you said, he is raw because he's inexperienced. He's not raw because he doesn't have the talent to improve. He's raw because he's inexperienced, and there's a lot of upside to chase. And I think that his odds of hitting that upside is probably higher than people want to give him credit for.
And to your point, with how crucial it is for NFL drives if they want to score points is to avoid sacks. He only was sacked on 10.1% of the plays where he faced pressure, which is the 11th lowest rate among college quarterbacks in 2022.
Yep.
That's all according to Dan Pizzuta of Sharp Football Analysis. That's incredible stuff. I mean, his pocket management is a plus, and maybe the perception at large.
I'm gonna just stop it right there. The nigga made probably one of the smoothest passes right there after breaking out of almost a sack. But people will say he can't throw the goddamn football. I don't understand it.
Of Anthony Richardson, and then
Man, wide open,
actually
man.
watching.
You say what?
So he was wide open. It was a good move. I like the move. I like the pass and move. But he was wide open.
Oh, okay. All right.
Him for the first time, the number one thing that stands out is his poised and mature pocket movement. Like, you will see him keep his eyes up, work through these tight little spaces, buy himself some time.
Y'all saw that just now? He dropped back, and in 1.2 seconds, they've been on his ass. And he always have to run out of these damn sacks. So for everybody that say he's just a fucking runner, all you got to do is open your eyes up and look. And I can't break it down no more than this for you niggas.
And this thing, y'all got to understand.
As a passer. Now,
out of 130 teams being ranked for his offensive line, they are ranked 95. That's bad.
Yeah.
95.
95. That's a goddamn shame is what it is. Thank you, C. These some hard-headed motherfuckers. But I digress.
1.2 seconds on his ass.
I
Did you
digress.
think he slid to the left and back, and then did a whole U-turn, run out the pocket just to try to see somebody open? There's no wide receivers open. Look at 3 of these wide receivers.
Yeah.
One,
I
two,
bet
three,
you if it was a
four,
fucking
five.
piece of chicken,
Number 5
you crazy
over here in the
motherfuckers would
left
get it
corner.
in. Boy, I tell you, boy.
What is number 5? What is he doing over here in the corner? Look at that left corner where it says play. What is he doing over there?
Chilling.
What? Why are these two right here at the bottom? They not even open, bro.
Yeah.
Number
It's
5
too late.
running.
The play done break down, Pop.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean, listen.
sure, are there periods of time where you would like him to reset at the top of the pocket instead of, gaining 7 yards and then instead hitting a 37-yard that's open down the field? 100%. But for someone that has this innate athletic ability inside of them to work in the confines of a closing pocket and do it in a positive manner versus just relying on that big play athleticism, which he also has, which is also a big positive, is such a major difference than this just perception of a raw project who needs time. Again, I will state it. I would be shocked if this combination of pocket movement and athleticism fails at the NFL level. He would have to be the stone cold worst in other aspects of quarterback play, and he's not the stone cold worst even in this draft class among those groupings.
Yeah, among drafted quarterbacks since 2005, he's in the 89th percentile in terms of EPA lost in sacks. And yes, there's pocket movement that he's very good at, moving in and out, stepping up, going to the side. But quite frankly, the reason why he's so good at avoiding sacks is he's impossible to tackle. Remember peak Big Ben where people are just shredding him? There are times where defensive tackles literally get both their arms around him and he just shreds it off. I see some plays in here where he can run past them to pick up a first down as well. So that's what you're getting out of this play, is just out of control. That is just insane stuff that you're not going to be finding from anywhere else. So the 87th percentile when it comes to rushing EPA, I already mentioned the short yardage rushing. He has scrambles like this one to go all the way to the house for 1,000,000 yards.
That man pump fake.
Pump fake him out of his shoes.
Pump fake too much. And the only thing Pat can say, hey, he was wide open. He had to do.
I just mentioned that. I mentioned that because he mentioned the accuracy. Accuracy ain't got nothing to do with a man wide open. I love the play, but he mentioned accuracy. Accuracy ain't had nothing to do with that play. That was just a nice smooth play.
Hard head nigga right here.
That's just not accuracy. That's not accuracy. Is all I'm saying. All I'm saying, the man was standing there wide open. But the play was. I love the play. By far one of the best plays I've seen.
Read the damn comment at the bottom of the screen right there.
That's one man. That's one man talking compared to millions of people. I ain't listening. His percentage is very low right now. So I hear him. I got no problem with the guy. I just don't understand the why people are so frustrated about the comments about the guy, because nothing they're saying ain't really bad. They're just saying the guy ain't ready right now. I really don't feel like he's ready right now.
So how long
I really don't.
Since you got a crystal ball, how long it's gonna take?
How long you want to give him? Since you want him, how long you think you would give him? Do you want him to start today?
The first game of the season, he gonna start.
I'm not giving him the first game of the season.
But why?
I will let him. He can. Only way he coming. He's definitely not starting. I might put him in somewhere during the second, third quarter to let him get some reps in and stuff like that. Let him get a feel of it. But I'm not starting him the first game.
This man
I'm not.
on Underdog Sports just say you start this nigga.
Who is that man? Who is that man?
This nigga played in there. These people played in the NFL. That's what Underdog.
What's his name? What's his name?
I don't give a damn. His name is John Bob Susie.
What is his name?
I don't give a damn what his name is.
What is his stats? What about the Hall of Famers? What did they tell you?
They said that he could play.
They ain't telling right now. Steve Smith called him a Tesla. He say, it took a while. Amazon, nobody wanted to jump on it. He an investment, and I get that. I respect that all the way. I think if he get in the right system in a few more years, like he would be, even a year, he would be great. But I just don't want to see him fail. I like him so much that I don't want to see him fail. You ever been in a relationship? You be like, I love you so much, and we can't be together right now.
No, I ain't never said no shit like that. No,
we can't be. You supposed to respect somebody. If you ain't the person for them, I love you, but I ain't the one for you. Like you deserve, whatever it is out there.
Better man than me.
You got to be able to be that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? I love you, it's just not for me.
I do agree. I don't mind sitting him for maybe week 6, maybe week 7, because you got to get out there. Especially letting him just, because that's the whole reason we're having a veteran quarterback. A veteran quarterback is here to help you start you off, through your journey. So he could sit back there and see the woes of what Andy Dalton's gonna have to go through until he's ready to go out there and step against that same type of uh players and stuff. So I'm cool with sitting here for a couple games, but he can start on the Dan Orlowski show. They got up there and said, "Hey man, you can put him in RPO right now and start right now, day one."
Yeah, that's what them boys said. They said the Indianapolis Colts should take him right now because Shane Steichen has just seen this with Jalen Hurts, and you use his athleticism right now until he gets everything up under his belt, and it'll come to him as he starts. That's what they said. Now, I didn't say the shit. That was Dan Orlowski, former NFL quarterback.
You know the key words to that? He said the Indianapolis Colts. He didn't say the Carolina Panthers. He said the Indianapolis Colts.
You just gonna be a jackass today.
That's what he said. That's what you said. He said the Indianapolis Colts. Why did he say the Indianapolis Colts?
Look, Frank Wright, Shane Steichen, all of these guys are from under the same tree. So there's no difference in Indianapolis. The way this team is built, we can run these same guys out there, bro. What you talking about?
And number one.
No, at number 20.
I'm just saying number one. That's the only problem I got with us making this number one pick. Because now with whoever we choose, let's say we choose AR, he failed. Are you gonna?
Damn.
I'm just saying if he failed. I'm just saying if he failed. No matter who we choose, if they fail, we gonna say. I'm just saying if anybody, it can be Bryce Young, TJ, it can be anybody. But if they fail, what they gonna say is we made this whole transition to get number one just to fail. And then, we made this move. We didn't have it up front.
What have we been doing the last couple of years under Matt Rule? What have we been doing?
See, I don't talk about that. I don't talk about it because that was unnecessary.
Because that's the problem. We glancing over this shit we just been with Matt Rule.
You told us not to mention the man, so I was not mentioning the man. So all I'm talking about the present. We can't base off our past stuff we had going on. We gotta think about the present right now. What are we gonna do now?
Yeah, but that scenario that you said can go with any of these quarterbacks. We pick at number one.
That's what I said. I said go anyone of them. Anyone we name. If it fails, what we're gonna say is we made this move, number one.
Yeah, that's a chance you take when you pick it for quarterback. Nobody knows that Baker Mayfield wasn't gonna be shit. He just turned out to not be shit.
If AR turned out to not be, and if he turned out to not be shit, is you gonna change your statement?
Look,
are you gonna say you was wrong?
I'm man enough to say I'm wrong on certain instances. I don't give a damn about shit like that. That is little to me. But at the end of the day, you got to understand that with the way this coaching staff has been brought together, too much seniority and too much fresh young minds to
the one we ain't seen yet.
You say what?
The one we ain't seen yet.
You just a nigga and a half tonight.
Tell me with this.
The coaching staff, you're right, that we haven't seen yet.
We ain't seen yet.
I mean, fuck it. You got the flow then, sis. You know so damn much.
I'm just asking questions. I hear a lot. I just don't understand why we got to talk about this man. The man is good. I like the man, but I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions to try to figure out this guy.
Ask a question. Yeah. Come on.
I was asking questions. I already asked him, but when I ask him, I get turned into a nigga and a half.
but see, this coaching staff you're talking about is filled with experience. You got to look at it. You got Capers on one side. You got Jim Caldwell, which is known to be one of the smartest coaches in the league. Then you got young experience like Josh McCown. You got the Thomas Browns of the world. I mean, Frank Wright didn't put together no dumbass staff. He put together a very senior staff. They can go out there and get a guy like AR-15 and develop a system for him. They can go get a CJ Stroud and develop a system for him. Bryce Young, any one of these three quarterbacks could fail. That is damn sure probably one of the things. Because if you take Bryce Young and in the first week of the first play, this nigga get hit and get snapped in half, then you're going to be right back out looking for another quarterback. So that's a very good chance that shit could happen.
Then that's what scares a lot of people with Bryce. I mean, all three of them got things that scare the fan base or scare people that's in the know that follow the Panthers. What Q just said about Bryce, we could be looking for another quarterback with his stature being 5 and some change, less than 200 pounds, injury. And then people argue that back and say everybody gets injured playing football. Okay, but it's more apt to happen with somebody under 200 pounds and as tall as he is because he's got to manipulate the pocket. He's not scrambling, y'all. See, when everybody holler about that shit about Bryce Scrambling, he's trying to find throwing lane. He's moving in the pocket to find throwing lane. Like, I got to see around this guy. I got to see around this guy. I got to get back far enough so I can throw over the middle. He's not scrambling. He's just being elusive in the pocket. Okay? You go back. Now you go to CJ. I say about CJ being a safe pick. I say Kirk Cousins 2.0. You know, I don't think he's got the ice in the vein to win the big game. So, I mean, people can say that about now, with his arm, and he just able, the boy can put the ball in the bread basket, you know what I'm saying, without having much separation with but the receivers that he had, you got tape out there, you got people out there that don't do nothing but study this since they said they allude to his receiver versus him. And a combination of both made them all so good this year. Now then you go to Richardson. We just showed you, or they showed you, I was in and out. Q showed you. You just see linebackers, defensive tackles, defensive end, just coming through the line untouched. But this guy is still going through progressions. He's shaking off. He's got the power and the strength to shake off natural athletic ability. God given him, but you can't coach that. Mechanics just a little bit off. Sometimes it's here or there or whatever, but he's throwing off pattern, sometimes off tilt because, I mean, he had to. He had to be elusive. He had to throw across the body at the time. That's where his open young receiver was, or that's where. Not to give excuses. This is not excuses for. I just laid down all three of them. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm saying about the whole thing, and that's what pretty much I think what we've been saying about on this platform the whole time about all three quarterbacks. All three of them got their faults, but when y'all attack one of them and say, "Oh, it just cannot happen," you know what I'm saying? It's just like you just haven't seen it yet. That's all it is. And like you said, Frank Rich and this coaching staff that we put together, they can make all three of them successful, but all three of them got cons.
Sorry, I had to comment on Demetric Thomas, a Falcons fan. He says, "What has Frank Reich accomplished?" I mean, what did Arthur Smith accomplish?
Yeah.
That's
See,
something
you can even go there with you can even go there with the coach.
Thinking about for your
Head coach. Yeah.
and look, Frank Reich got a better record than Arthur Smith. I promise you that.
And that's a Falcon fan over there. God damn, here we go.
Yeah. I mean, you can even go there. Don't you know people went there with our coach, y'all? I mean, I'm saying this to everybody, all the damn Panthers fans, this out of Panthers Nation. Your coach just got fired. Okay, you know what I'm saying? What was the situation for the man getting fired? You know, how did that happen? Don't just say one thing and cut the shit off. You know what I mean? Tell the whole story.
Let's see the rest of that video, Q. Or to the time mark we're gonna go to.
All right.
He did this despite only having a couple starts. He faced the 6th hardest strength of schedule last year. That's in the 83rd percentile among drafted quarterbacks. And when it comes to just the accuracy and the experience and some of the flaws that he does have, and he certainly does have flaws, the thing I keep going back to is, where was the development in high school? Did you have access to a bunch of pro-level quarterbacks? Were you a 5-star recruit? Anthony Richardson, his background is so intriguing. He had to drop his brother off on his handlebars of his bike. This guy was not getting the complete easy path to becoming a Power 5 guy. He only had a couple starts at Florida. This Florida offense to me was a total mess. They were giving him some really bad looks. These Florida receivers didn't do a good job. I didn't think the Florida offensive line was very good. So to me, I think there's a chance that his accuracy, his footwork is.
Now, I didn't say that. I didn't say that part. Y'all heard that? They said that the receivers was horrible. They said that. Now, Pat Man, I see you looking fool over there. The receivers was horrible. The offensive line was horrible. And the coaching staff put them in bad positions. Now, we've been saying that same shit for the last how many months now? 2 months, 3 months now.
Yeah.
Y'all breathe down our throat every second of the day. Now,
And since I called a man name the first time when they were still playing games, I was telling people this. So I'm through with it.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Professionals right here said it. Underdog Sports. Everybody, look, when they got time for CJ's video, y'all had that as the holy grail of Josh McCown breaking down on Underdog Sports. So let's hold this to the same likeness. Because, like I said, y'all had that CJ video and that Bryce video as y'all holy grail. Y'all, you think you can quote the shit backward and forward?
Is going to improve just because he isn't the guy that just had his cousin or somebody else, a Manning family guy working with him. And that's what Josh Allen had. He was like growing up on a farm. He went to Wyoming. He was 21 years old when he comes out. Anthony Richardson's the same way. He wasn't a 5-star guy. He's not 24 years old. He hasn't been in a Power 5 program for 5 or 6 years. And to me, that's where you can get the upside case. How fixable is this? I think Anthony Richardson's so fixable because this is all new to him. And the fact that he was this good despite being that new is so intriguing.
There are clear differences, and I'll keep bringing this up because I firmly believe it's important in harping on this point. The raw versus inexperienced. So there are games like, I think the second one of the season against Kentucky, where he might not hit a layered throw over the middle of the field and instead take off to run. But then you see him in the second half in the exact same concept that Florida went back to, hit that same exact window, and this time make the throw. Or against LSU, a defense that throws a ton at you, a variety of looks. He might not recognize a corner blitz in the second quarter, then they use it again in the fourth quarter in crunch time, and he nails them with a perfect play and a perfect pass to maximize on it. To me, that shows that we're not even talking season on season or week to week experience gained and learning from it. We are talking quarter to quarter. Hey, I just recognized what you just did. I'm downloading it in my head. And the next time I see it, I'm already acting on it in a positive way. That's exactly.
This cat is learning from quarter to quarter. I mean, that's all I ain't showing nowhere else. No, I ain't showing that else, man. The cat learning from quarter to quarter. They show him something in the second quarter, and by the fourth quarter, he reacted to it and giving you positive yardage on it. I mean, the man said it out of his mouth himself.
So would that be seen as coachable, Q? Would you think that's coachable?
It's
because
the
I'm pretty
intangibles.
much getting like what I've been saying. After week 6, he had a 12 touchdown to 2 interception ratio, and then they're saying you go inside, you show this guy what he's missing on the whiteboard or on the pads or whatever during game, and he's getting it. So does that seem like a 2-3 year project?
Pat,
would it take this guy 2 or 3
years? 3-year project?
What we doing with AR? We draft AR-15 Thursday. We draft AR-15 Thursday, right? Okay. We draft AR-15 Thursday. Week 1, what we doing with AR-15?
You can start him, Pat.
I personally not starting, but okay, we starting. What are we looking for him to do? What are we looking for him to do?
If you didn't, that still would be cool. You got Dalton. And if you got, I'm not going to say it again because I said it this morning. And motherfuckers, if I was in front of them, we'd probably been throwing hands. I said it this morning. Everybody wanted to jump on me. You know what I'm saying? The Carolina Panthers, I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to tell y'all that, but the Carolina Panthers, we are not going to the Super Bowl, y'all. And we are not making a deep playoff run. I'm sorry to tell y'all that.
All right, no Super Bowl.
I'm sorry to tell y'all that.
How long you think it'll take for us to get a Super Bowl with AR-15?
The
Well, how
same,
long
the
is it
same,
gonna take us to get
the
a
same
get a
2 or 3
linebacker?
years
How long is
with
it
a
gonna
price on
get?
CJ. The same shit because you got to get players around there. We don't have
Yeah, we
that type
do.
of
We
talent.
do.
So you saying you right now, Pat? You getting ready to go? Did you see what the Eagles did this weekend?
What they did?
They went and got Derrick Henry,
Oh yeah.
the nigga that's been toting Tennessee to the fucking playoffs by his goddamn self. They
Mhm.
went and put him in front of the number 2 line in football now, behind the number 2 line in football. That's what we got to go through to get to a Super Bowl. Not to mention San Francisco 49ers, which y'all talked about earlier. So come on now, are we at that caliber right now? Be honest with yourself. Take the Carolina fandom out of it, or be a fan and be true about it.
Kenny,
Yeah.
take a look at the screen. You don't trade up the first overall for players like Richardson.
Look, man. Man, stop that narrative shit, bro. Go to ESPN with that shit.
Yeah,
Go to ESPN with that shit. So that's what I've been taking ESPN. Go to ESPN with that shit, man.
they seen
The
it on
same.
TV.
I'm tired of that
That's
regurgitating that
all
same
they got their
bullshit,
head.
man.
I told you it's selective hearing. It's selective hearing.
Same
They,
bullshit, man.
they,
And I'm not repping, and it sounds like I'm repping. And hell, like last year when I kept saying we ain't gonna win, we
they
gotta
think for yourself.
do this and do that. Mother, you ain't a fan, motherfucker. What we end up? 2 fucking games over what we have been doing the last 2 years. What we holler? Highest Steve Wilkes. Y'all, let's pump our brakes, man. We were running the highest Steve Wilkes. Then when we didn't have fuck Steve Wilkes. Y'all should hear him a black motherfucker. Calling this man some of everything. Denzel Washington. All
I
kinds
like
of shit.
Steve.
Oh, you got to stop, man. We got to stop.
Got a little bit of feedback, Pop.
I don't know how.
What's
Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them things, bro. Look,
man?
I
Say
don't
we
know
go to the
what you all.
playoffs.
I'm tired of trying to convince people, man. I'm to the point now. I'd rather run head first into the brick wall, because that's what I feel like I'm doing with these cats over and over every day. It's like you could show it to them. You could lead the horse to the water. You could put their head in the water. You can drown them with the water, and they still won't drink the damn water. Water all in their lungs, and they just won't swallow it. I don't
They got
understand these
alkaline.
cats. They
They
got
got
alkaline.
alkaline at the house.
That's their damn
Hey,
problem. They're so selective.
now, I ain't gonna say I'm wrong, bro. But I'm gonna say let's see where he gonna be at in 5 years. 3 to fucking 5, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? 3
Yeah,
to
I
5,
think
just like we getting ready to do time with this motherfucker. 3 to motherfucking 5 by the time they break his goddamn little ass around here. So
I
go
think
get
Bryce
it.
is gonna be okay though, Gold. I keep telling you that.
Okay.
Bryce is little. I understand. Bryce is little. He's little. You know, there's a few little ones that got rings though.
What
Yeah.
one? 1, 2, 2, and 100.
That's
Come on,
hey,
Pat.
but
Don't
hold up.
play.
Time out.
Don't play.
Time
103
out.
is 2 motherfuckers
Hey,
back. 2
but how
motherfuckers
many?
back.
But that's
You
two.
can take them
That's
all.
two. That's
Go
two. That's
spend your whole
two. Hold
goddamn
up.
check
Time
on the
out.
scratch off, cuz.
Time out.
Go spend your
That's
whole check
that's
on the scratch off, cuz. Go
that's
spend your whole
two.
check on 2 out
Listen.
of
Listen.
103 fucking years.
But check this out. That's two, right? Compared to how many athletic quarterback in 100-something years?
Oh. Let me. I'm gonna
How
ask
many?
our 2 other brethren.
That's zero.
I'm gonna ask our 2 other brethren. Who just won the motherfucking Super Bowl? Is he not athletic at
No,
200
we talking
goddamn
about
times?
no, that man. That
So,
man is a
so, so,
god.
so,
That man got the
oh,
arm.
you
He
saying
got the.
that man is so y'all saying that man is a statue pocket passer? That's what you call him?
But what does he
Are
got? What did they do?
are you
What did they
calling Pat
do?
Mahomes a
What
statue
did they
pocket
do?
passer?
Did
A
Patrick
nigga that
Mahomes
throws
start?
across
Did
his
he
body.
start? Did he start
A nigga,
game? Did he start his
hold
first
up.
game?
Pat,
Did he start his first game?
Pat,
Did he start his
Pat,
first game?
hold the fuck up. Let me bring the cam back up. Hold up. You
Did he
telling me
start?
that a
Did he
nigga
start? Did he
that
start
brings
his first game?
Pat, listen. You telling me that a nigga throwing off his fucking feet, jumping the ball, throwing across his body, throwing to his motherfucker, running is a pocket passer. So he ain't athletic. That's what you're telling me.
What did they do with him?
What you mean?
How long did he sit before playing?
He came. Yeah, exactly right. You're exactly right. With Alex Smith.
That's what I'm saying. They
Alex
worked
Smith got
him.
hurt. He came in.
They worked him in probably. He sat back. We didn't know who Patrick Mahomes was. Ain't nobody knew nothing about no Patrick Mahomes. So he was an underdog. He was an underdog. He has an underdog mentality.
We done said this, bro. We done said this. We done said it. Andy Reid sees something in this motherfucker. Andy Reid said he's got that plus factor.
Who else saw
That's
it?
gonna make my offense. That's gonna make my offense go. Nobody. That's what I'm trying to tell
All
you.
right,
That's what we
exactly.
said about AR. That's
But
what
you
we
got a
said
lot.
about AR.
No, y'all showing me video where a lot of people saying he got it. I'm
They said the
talking
same
about
shit about. Come on, man. I ain't talking to you no more, man.
y'all talking about people on the street saying he ain't got it. I'm talking about you. Y'all showing me people.
Nigga, you better make me lose my shit.
AQ.
Oh,
Y'all gotta be tearing up over here.
oh,
They losing it, guys. They losing it. See, this is Panther fandom at its best. You know,
oh man.
this is when you see that real passion, that real love. You know, I want to give it up to my hosts, my compadres, you know, for the Black Cat Panther podcast, because they really, you know what I'm saying, put their heart on the line for this team. We want to also thank everybody who came through. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the cash app if you like what you're seeing. Make sure you check out our man's Goats. Go check out his other YouTube channel, Mud Ink Outlaw TV. He will be hosting 5 hours before the Super Bowl. Only to people that are subscribed, he will be giving out giveaways. You never know what you might get. So if I was y'all, I'll tune in.
Shut up, man. Look, y'all see it, man. There's no mistakes about it. The quarterback talk gets everybody riled up. And no lie, this is what we've been dealing with for months. And now this is the week that it all can manifest. In 2 days after you see this, because I'm not going to count on the day in between, but look, 3 days away. I have to go ahead and count it. 3 days away, we are going to be calling on the name of our quarterback. And make no mistake about it, it may be popular, it may be unpopular. Some people may feel like we drafted up the number 9 to get this from number 9 to get certain people. I mean, how are you going to feel when you hear a certain name reacted? I mean, how are you going to react to it? I mean, this is going to be one of the craziest times to be a Panther fan. And I'm here for it. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Yeah,
How y'all feeling?
it's a crazy time, especially if you go into the stadium. I mean, you know, put your hard hat on when you go in there if they don't call the name that you wanted to hear. Hey, if it's too many East Side and West Side dudes in there, it's over with. They're gonna tear that stadium up. They're gonna tear it up if they don't get who they want. I'm telling y'all, just wear your hard hat. Cause hey, you
Anthony
never know.
Richardson.
Hey, look, people come from South Carolina, North Carolina, probably even Tennessee, because it's only $5. They get to take their
Anthony
family out
Richardson.
there. Hey, look, I'm telling you, mend your heart. Mend your heart. Just
Yeah,
try to
you can bet your ass they ain't gonna do that $5 shit again. You can bet your ass on that. When they tear that motherfucker up on Thursday night,
you know, tear
you
that
can
shit
bet
up,
your ass
man.
that.
Hey, look,
Oh,
you
do
know,
you
you
All
talking
them
about
understand
people,
that?
Thundercats gonna be up in there.
Hey,
hey, that's
do you
one way of getting
understand
the stadium rebuilt.
the hey, Pop, you don't understand the niggerdom that's gonna be up in that stage for $5.
What?
Huh?
What? I
Ooh,
already
Lord.
know.
It's gonna be ignorant in that motherfucker, that boy.
Someone gonna bring their little pet roaches with them and everything. I'm trying to tell you, it's crazy.
Bro, if it this ignorant on this show, imagine how ignorant it gonna be out there.
Telling y'all, bro. Rock Hill
Uh,
gonna be in the building. I don't know what other parts of South Carolina might come through, but I'm sure like
Oh, heaven.
surrounding closer counties and stuff. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be
fat man,
crazy.
fat man.
Hmm?
tell me about your quarterback, man. Tell me how you feeling about your quarterback.
Yeah, bring me along. Let me see. Why should I go for who you like? Who wins you more over? Is it Bryce or CJ?
No, I ain't saying that about CJ. I like Bryce and I like AR.
You like it after all that?
Yeah, I tell you, I like Bryce and AR. I tell you, I see.
Give us some Bryce Young. Give us some Bryce Young moment. Give us Bryce Young at his best. Tell us about Bryce Young.
Yeah, tell us about Prince.
Only thing I like about him, like what I'm saying about him. Like he got a nice arm. Y'all mentioned he's little. And yes, he's I legit. I admit, you remember y'all first told me about him. I didn't know about. I was watching that. Y'all, I called him Baby Smurf. I was like, we have a little Smurf, and so I was picking at him. But the more I watch him, I see he finds a way, and I like a guy that finds a way. I can't personally, maybe because I'm short. Maybe that's why. Because I like a guy that can find a way to play a game and win a game. Man, he actually got a good arm. And he's got a little more accuracy than other people.
Stop that shit, Pat. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. He probably got one of the weakest arms out of the three. Well, he ain't no problem. He do. He
got a strong arm. But you see, I mean, Lamar Jackson got a strong arm.
No. He dinks and dunks. Come on now, everybody. Come on now. Come on. Talk to me now.
I just said I like him. AR, I tell you, I like AR. It's just when we sit up here and we go all and on by AR, I just have to question what's up with it. Just try to understand, just playing a little devil advocate a little bit.
The only thing about AR is just that people tend to not exactly what they said on that film there that Q played, that Q queued up.
Mm-hmm.
People don't say those things. The national narrative is not saying those things. They're not saying that this guy had that Florida team was not a good football team. That he had no receivers, the line was horrible, and the coaching was subpar. And that this guy was learning on the fly. They like to say he had 50-some% completion because he didn't have a line, because he didn't have receivers, because the coaching was subpar. If you want to say somebody made a way, this nigga made a way right here for real.
Road paver.
Yeah, he didn't have Nick Saban.
Yeah, so y'all, I mean, I get it, and hearing his background with the coach and everything, y'all, that's kind of like I ain't even want to say the name. I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, let me just not say it. But yeah, man, I get what you're saying. He come from a lot. He do seem like an underdog to a lot of people. Even my man that cut my hair, every time I mention his name, he say garbage. Every time I say our name, he's like, oh man, nigga trash. Dumpster juice. Every time, like he'll go on and on.
How much football he watch?
Now that's the thing. That's the thing. Now, yeah, he love it. He had to be about 37, something like that. But he can break it down. He'll take you all the way back to them days. So he loved football. So I can't say he don't watch a lot of football. Q. He watched college and NFL. But he personally, he was the first one to tell me like, yo, he trash. And so now I was like, let me check him out. But I told him I like him. But he said he trash. So that's just him. But I can't knock his football credit because he can go way back, and he loved Carolina.
So we're gonna do a public. We're gonna do the four of us doing a interactive mock draft. I think we'll discuss each and every pick as we go along. Who is the consensus guy as we do this? Y'all feeling good about this?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Let's get it.
I'm probably check y'all out on this one.
All right. So let's start this as the Carolina Panthers. With the first pick in the draft, if you had to pick a quarterback, who you picking?
You know me, I'm personally picking the guy with number one beside his name.
Bryce Young?
Yeah. That's just me personally.
I like Bryce Young too. I really do. I like Bryce Young too. So Goat and Pat, I mean Goat and Pop, both of y'all AR?
Yeah, I'm AR.
Okay,
let's go AR.
I throw a curveball Cause like I said, it was only two people in the race, which was CJ and
Yeah,
King Richard. So
that boy
I
said
would I
King
would
Rich.
I would even say CJ just to do this draft right here.
Okay,
Because that's the
crowd
only two cats.
Tiebreaker in the chat right now is between 2 for Bryce Young, 2 for Anthony Richardson. And we only got 1 for CJ. So the crowd breaker with the 2s, that's Bryce Young, excuse me, or AR-15. So everybody put it in the chat how y'all feeling.
Yeah, put it in there.
Bryce
20.
Young or AR. I'm sorry, Pop. My bad.
Oh, you good. You good. Come on, interact with us, chat. Get on in here. We see y'all.
Yeah. If we get AR-15, we are done. Oh, Fayette, no. God damn.
Go to sleep, man. Now go to sleep. You
Boy, you ain't
tired.
got no faith whatsoever. You can't be a
Okay, we
praying
got
man.
one. We got one for AR-15.
Yep, 1 for AR.
Got
Another
2
one
for
for
AR.
AR. The Rock wants you to pick Bryce Young.
Got Bryce. One more than Bryce. So
Shout out to The Rock.
See it now. Got Bryce.
The Rock.
T. Thompson got Bryce.
That is too funny, man. That is too funny.
So what
I'm saying
that
a
3?
little more Bryce.
So Bryce sounded like a consensus.
We can do 2 separate ones if you want to, but yeah, we can do Bryce.
Yeah, it look like Bryce.
It's Bryce Young for that one. Shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate y'all for that. Y'all get a buzzer. All right. Let's talk about this right here. Because at number 39, I think this is probably one of the biggest picks that we'll have. What direction do we go at number 39? And I'm telling you right now, if it goes like this, when you got tight end Michael Mayer, who is the best tight end in the draft, you got the second best tight end in the draft. Dalton Kincaid is the second best. Third best tight end in the draft, Darnell Washington sitting there. Do you pass over them and go receiver because Jalen Hyatt is sitting there, or do you go and get Jack Campbell? Because I would have said Drew Sanders, but we brought Jack Campbell in that 30 player search that we brought in. And then, or do you go down and get an edge rusher? How y'all feeling on the panel about this?
That's hard.
Damn, AR would have won this, man. We would have waited 30 more seconds. We got 3 more votes in for AR.
Oh, it was.
Damn.
We got 3 more for AR.
I tell you, we'll do another one with AI, man. But dang, that's hard. That's hard, Q. I'm looking at it.
Because it's gonna take us so long from 39 to 93. I'm still going with that linebacker, Drew Sanders.
Yeah. I would say yeah. At least can help win us some games on the defense. Dang.
So y'all want linebacker?
That's what
I would say a defense between linebacker and edge. I would stick to defense. So I'm with him on that.
Okay. So is that a consensus pick with everybody? GOAT, you want a linebacker too?
Coach probably want that edge.
I know
linebacker.
Oh, linebacker.
Right,
okay.
So it's between Drew Sanders and Jack Campbell. I like Drew Sanders a little bit better than Jack Campbell. But
you already know.
Lock him in.
But you said we've been talking to Campbell though, so I mean, whichever one good with me, as long as
we
they're good.
brought Campbell in on a meeting. We didn't bring Drew Sanders in on a meeting, so
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Jack right here. I know Sanders would have been the better pick, but like I said, judging off of what the Panthers done right there, I don't think that, Now, granted, maybe they figure that Sanders won't be available when they go and get him. So maybe if he was available, they would have took him, but they didn't even try to bring him in. Next pick at 93. How do y'all see us? Where should we go? We got a position where we need an edge rusher and we need a cornerback. So which one do you guys value higher?
I'm going. Yeah.
Oh, they got Darius Rush.
Yeah, Darius Rush sitting right there. And I like Hodges Thomason. That's LaDainian Thomason nephew.
Oh, for real?
I like
Yeah,
that edge.
JC.
Zach Harris.
You said Zach Harrison.
Jalen Jones.
You want that edge? Go.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want edge
I
rusher
can't.
over cornerback, or do y'all want to go cornerback over edge? We got to get a guy to solidify this cornerback room. Everybody in the chat saying go edge. Okay, I got you. Go edge. Okay, I see it. We went Zach Harrison right there.
Yo, A+, baby.
The Rock says a better question is, would you rather deal with Deontay Jackson or YGM? The Rock says cornerback. Oh God.
Jackson, man. And I like Jackson coming in.
Yeah, well, he done fizzle out now. Now we go cornerback. Because I feel like getting a cornerback right here, you gotta get a guy in. And look, Travius Halls, but I like Blue Kelly a little bit more than Hodges.
Can we see what wide receiver looking like real quick?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's just some shit right there.
Nah. Shit.
Yeah.
That boy Michael Williams.
Hot piece of shit right there. Ooh,
That's
Roshan
safe.
Johnson sitting there from Texas.
Running back.
Oh man, you can get a tackle right here, Blake Freeland. Y'all been saying Taylor Moton, like the consensus is Taylor Moton is slowing down right now. Y'all got a chance at 114 to replace that. Well, not necessarily replace that, but you would get a guy that would have to sit a year, but that would, hey, it's not a big position to need. But anyway,
I mean, you also got Riley Moss out there.
Cause see you once you pick Bryce Young, all that changed. You're gonna have to get this dude some protection.
Yeah.
I was about to say you tackle.
That's a must. This offensive line gonna have to be shored up. Or once again, he ain't gonna be there for you. He ain't gonna be there for you.
I don't think you get a tackle, because the tackle ain't gonna start over Taylor Moton, and the tackle ain't gonna start over Ickey.
Well,
So
but I'm
that
saying
might-
that once Taylor goes down, if you get a good swing man, I would be all right with that. You know what I mean? A good guy that could play either or position, interior or outside lineman. You know
Steve
what I'm saying?
Thompson
Just
said
gonna
go
happen.
cornerback. Y'all see a corner. Like 𝐦𝐤𝐤 is really the best option that I would like because he's big enough. How y'all feeling? What y'all want to do on the panel? What y'all want to do? Wide receiver, cornerback, or what? Noah Sewell sitting right there. Well, we don't got our linebacker. Never mind.
Seems like the chat really wants the cornerback, so let's
If you're gonna get corner, they're gonna burn this mug down. All right, cornerback. Fuck it, I'm gonna just go corner. I'm going 𝐦𝐤𝐤 over Hodges, man, because I just happen to like him. He's a bigger corner. Hodges a little smaller, but Hodges is so grabby, man. He reminds me of J.C. Horn in a way. He had 14 penalties over the span of a season for just pulling and grabbing.
Hodges did, you say?
Huh?
You said Hodges did, right?
Yeah, the guy from TCU, the cornerback. So what's between the two right here? 𝐦𝐤𝐤 or Hodges? Which one y'all like?
I like 𝐦𝐤𝐤.
Yeah, I guess we'll go Kyle.
Go ahead with him.
Kai?
Yeah, I do.
All right. 𝐦𝐤𝐤 is a good pick. All right. As we get down here, any specific areas of need with the last two picks? Because if you're thinking like the Panthers, you just went and got a quarterback, you got a linebacker, you got an edge rusher, you got a cornerback. Do you want to show up your interior offensive line here, or do you want to get a skill position player like a wide receiver? What do you want to do here?
Who opened that receiver? They probably still trash though.
Oh, you kept your boy Keyshawn Boutte there. They say that boy lazy and he full of shit. That's what they say. I ain't know. Raheem Jarrett, he dropped a lot because he was a lot higher at one time. Latavion Wicks, Xavier Hutchinson from Iowa State, but he's a project guy. All these guys that receiver left right here are projects. Even Michael Wilson. I would not bite on any of those guys. Me just looking at it, I'd go probably interior offensive lineman. Let's see who's the best available. Because I'm pretty sure there's a running back that's available too. Chase Brown sitting right there. That's my guy. I think that's a consensus right there. I'm sorry, but that's my guy.
Chase Brown.
Yes, sir.
What he gonna do? Back up, my man.
Yeah. You have a 1-2 punch at running back. My man said tight end 𝐥𝐤𝐤. Let's see if he's still there. Will Mallory there. That tight end from Purdue is not too bad. Let's see who's the best available. I mean, we put it in perspective. Who's gonna make our team better? We could go defensive lineman and get Byron Young right there for the defensive tackle position. Because I mean, you need another big body there, or you can get Michael Wilson. I mean, panel, what y'all think on this one?
It's all open. You know me, I like special team. I'll go ask by the kicker.
I want to get a weapon for the QB. I said Xavier Hutchinson. Oh, Michael
Hutchinson.
Yeah, Michael Williams. Wilson, because I mean he's hurt, but when he's not hurt, man, he's I would like a receiver.
My man T. Thompson said running back over wide receiver is crazy to him. Bro, you gotta understand. If you miss out on your wide receiver, look all these receivers here. If you got Thielen and you got all them boys, DJ Cripple, Mr. Plastic Knees, you got all them boys there. You got like 5-6 guys. 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞 Chenault.
Yep.
That nigga said DJ Cripple. And motherfucker 𝐦𝐵𝐶𝐿 Chenault, he will get hurt on your ass too. Don't forget that. That's why Jacksonville got him the fuck up out of here. I told y'all, our receiving core don't scare no fucking body. Y'all are motherfucking, I don't know what the hell you living on. You know what I'm saying? What planet you living on? Because these guys are just, I guarantee you, 2024 season, if these Chenault is on a 1-year contract, Thielen, you know what I'm saying? I mean, his shit is front loaded, so he could be out of here. Terrence Marshall, if he does not show anything this year, he is gone. The whole receiving core might be fucking gone. I mean, after this
Marshall will have a good season.
Completely.
How you know?
I just feel like he will.
Okay.
Since when we put feelings on the damn
Hold on,
field?
I said Marshall.
No, I know you say
Marshall.
Marshall. I don't believe in Plastic Man.
I just feel like he gonna have a pretty good season this year. Better than usual.
Mr. Glass have a good season.
Yeah. I know it's a surprise. It's just something random you throw out there. You know, you all got your players you feel like might step up. Just one. That's just my guy from that I feel like is gonna be come out of nowhere. Every year it's gonna be somebody that just come out of nowhere and do all right. I ain't saying he go star. He ain't getting no 1,000 yards and all that. I'm just saying he gonna have a better season than usual.
So in year 3, what should Mr. Glass give you as a wide receiver right now?
I ain't 100% certain. He might mess around and give me 800. 900. He might. I say
if Mr. Glass give you 800 yards, I'll give you I'll sell the skin off of my damn body. I'll just put it for sale.
I ain't want it. I just want the recognition when he do it. I just feel like he will have a pretty good season.
We've been waiting on Mr. Plastic now. He had 490 yards last year. That's after we.
How long was he hurt?
Say what?
How many games he played?
He been hurt since college. This nigga has never.
I'm talking about how many games he played with the 490.
I think he played a half. I mean, the first 5-6 games of the season, he was just sitting there looking. I mean, he was in the games, not getting no rug, no bun.
Let me see how many games he
no
played.
bun at all.
Let me go check and see.
Mr. Plastic, just type him in, Mr. Plastic, and see what pop up. Cause you got more faith in this cat, right? How the hell you got more faith in him than you got AR-15?
All I did is say I feel like man gonna have a pretty good season. I ain't said man gonna change the franchise. Like
Now,
I'm talking about
this
AR-15.
is the shit that
all I did say.
You gonna say
all
a
I
nigga
did
like
say.
Mr. Plastic, who got his plastic ass out there after 28 receptions, ain't played worth a fuck the whole season, and you gonna stick your nuts out on the line for
All I
him.
did is say the man gonna have
you
a
got
better
somebody like
season.
AR-15 who had one of the craziest
What?
coaching staffs.
Can y'all explain to me?
Excuses.
Why are y'all so angry about this man? We gotta figure out why y'all so angry about this boy.
Because
I
he
don't
trash.
understand. Man had 28 receptions, man. 490 yards. He's gonna have more receptions.
Look at this right here. Look at this. He played in every game except for the Los Angeles Rams game. Now, please tell me how the hell is 21. You know what?
All
I'm
I'm
not even
saying,
getting worked up on Mr.
the man gonna have more. He gonna have more
one
looks.
touchdown. One.
He did. He had one touchdown.
One
All I'm saying,
touchdown.
all I'm saying, he's gonna have a better year than his previous years. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying he gonna change the game around. He gonna be a threat. He's gonna have a better year.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
He's gonna have a better year.
6'2", 2021. What year we in? 2023. We have not gotten a goddamn piece of nothing from this sorry son of a bitch.
We had my man. I forgot his name, but look at the records.
It's
look
so
at the receiving.
that you
but
see
look at his targets.
They playing his fucking LSU highlights because he ain't got no highlights with the Panthers.
Look at look at his target. The times he caught to his targets though, he caught 2, only been targeted 3. You know what I'm saying? So like he been targeted.
Choosing Smoke Ice Original or choosing the next song on the playlist.
Hey, this takes me back.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yo, man, all the thing I said is the man gonna have a better season than usual. That's all I said. I ain't saying nothing wrong, man.
You
I said it's gonna be better than usual.
You should have never said that.
It's point blank about Marshall. He was hurt the first 2 years that he was with us. If he does not have a breakout year this year, he is done. We can't afford to hold a receiver like that no more. We done this holding this motherfucker with an edge rusher, a defensive end that never panned out. We can't do this shit no more.
But listen to what y'all saying the same thing I'm saying. All thing I said is he gonna have the breakout season. That's all I'm saying. Is he gonna play pretty good?
We're hoping that he does.
Yeah, but see, that's all. I'm just saying I think he will. I ain't saying he will. I ain't saying he gonna be
and I asked you,
MVP.
What kind of implications of that shit has?
It's just because look at his, even with what you're saying, look at his numbers with. Look at his numbers, Q.
Don't make my eyes hurt again, man.
Look at his yard. Look at his average. All of them, like he's not averaging bad numbers. It's just even hurt during the game.
Look at
like
Denver. 1 catch, 3 targets, 8 yards.
He missed 2. Who don't miss 2 catches? One of them was a short pass.
He dropped 2.
He dropped 2. Who don't miss? No, that don't mean he necessarily dropped. That don't mean he dropped.
He had 3 receptions for 76 yards. In the Baltimore game, 3 fucking receptions for 76 yards. That's
25. But look at the number beside it. That's 25. That's 25.3 yards.
And then he don't show up another game and he drops
that's
the 24.
But all right, look at the rest of the team.
Is availability. Best ability is availability, man.
Y'all knocking the man. Only thing I'm saying
down. I ain't
All
I'm
of
pushing
y'all
him all
knocking
the
him down.
way down.
Y'all knocking him
Ain't
down.
no
Only thing I'm
motherfucker, ain't no
saying is
motherfucker knock.
that
Ain't no
y'all knocking the man. Cause the man mess around and have a good season. Y'all be like, dang, boy, that boy showing out for us, man. But
I'm gonna
y'all gotta
say it's
realize,
about damn time.
it ain't nothing wrong with that. Only thing I'm saying is I feel like he's gonna have a better season this season. That's all I'm saying. He's gonna have a better season. I ain't saying the man gonna be. Y'all acting like I said the man about to be Chad Johnson now. Hey, T.O.
Shout
All
out,
I'm saying is better season.
shout out Fourth. He said our regime ain't with that rule type of thinking. If not, if they not producing, they gotta go. I would hope so. Don't worry for it, but Fitter already said that if you ain't here making no plays, you're
Yeah,
gonna be on your way.
we got
Yeah.
4 niggas in
And
our
even if he
regime
have a good
that
season,
that
y'all
about to
might,
go.
even if he have a good season, you might still let him go. But all that I'm saying is, I feel like he's gonna have a pretty good season. That's all I'm saying, man. Y'all like I committed a crime up here. I stood up here. I came up here and committed sin, man. I said, man, gonna be all right. Man. He gonna play pretty good.
Mr. Plastic.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, everybody have something. Even DJ Moore first 2 seasons used to
Oh,
get on
don't
my
you do
nerves.
that? No, don't you
Right?
do that?
But what was we saying about DJ Moore doing his first 2
I ain't
seasons?
said shit about DJ. Don't you
Yeah,
do
you
that?
did. We used to talk. How he would drop them balls. He would fumble.
That,
He
but
was
he was on
fumble
the field though. He would fumble, but he was on the field. At
and he
least he
would
was on
fumble.
the field. And
He would fumble and we would lose.
I'm a
And every
Terrence
time.
Martin supporter. I know I see the skill and this and that, but he stay fucking hurt too much. If he get hurt this year, I'll go with a couple drops. And he was out there. But the nigga been hurt, just hurt. You ain't even out there though. See what I'm saying? That's my
I
big
don't
thing.
I'm trying to see though, because he played every game except one.
And that's the worst part. For
That, that was
490
this
goddamn
year.
yards, and you play all the
Yeah.
games.
Y'all
That's
say
a
he wasn't
problem.
there. But he
Oh
was
my
only
god.
targeted. These catches to target is what I'm saying. He's only being
Yeah,
targeted X
he
amount
wasn't
of
the
We
time.
one
had Baker
because the one
Mayfield,
because Banks
PJ
hit
Is
Walker.
that
Banks was
exactly
yeah,
what I'm saying? The quarterbacks
yeah.
we had. Who was gonna hit him right? Who was gonna hit him where he's supposed to be hit at? Who we had that was gonna do that? But I'm not even knocking them. Only thing I'm saying is this year I feel like you have
So
better
in
year.
other words, we're gonna be picking for another receiver this year, whether Pat like it or not, because he waiting
Yeah.
on Mr. Plastic to break out,
But you can't
and the shit ain't gonna happen.
you
We
can't do that though. But you can't do that though. You can't sit there when we need cornerbacks and we need middle linebackers. You can't sit there and say we're gonna pick a receiver. That's the reason why they did this shit with Thielen, Chop, and Hurst. That right there gave you the weapons for the young quarterback right there. You can't go in there at 39. Well, I don't think they could go in there at 39 and pick a wide receiver when you got all these wide receivers in the building right now.
You're not gonna do that.
And yeah, and
and
you
I do feel
need
like they won't.
other guys in these other places.
I do feel like they
We just
won't.
gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna just have to work with what we got this year.
Yeah. Although those guys are, just pretty decent. I like Thielen.
Look,
Chalk, like you just call him DJ Cripple. So
at the end of the day, I'm telling you, TMJ got the highest seat in that wide receiver room.
You right about that. It's so damn hot, it's scorching. Like I said,
Mhm.
if Bass can produce at least, I
Hey,
say he got at least 800 yards, man.
I'm telling you, he give it to you. I'm telling you, he gonna get it to you.
what is Spade talking
You
about?
willing to place a wager on that? You want to create a wager?
I know, because I'm just going out on a limb. I'm the one that got the losing.
Nah.
I got the losing percentage here, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, I feel like he's gonna play pretty good.
Well, it's a 50-50 chance on that. Now, if you take the bet where you say you think he'll
It
give
ain't
you 800
50-50.
yards,
It ain't 50-50 when he done paid 2 years and didn't give me 800
well,
yards.
you can stick your nuts out on the line for him, saying that
Yeah,
that he could do it.
yeah. Well, no, let me keep it clear. I don't bet.
Oh, now you don't bet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
let's
You
he
a
put
don't
that.
nigga and
now
a
he don't
liar.
I know.
now he ain't
I
gonna
don't
bet.
bet.
Now,
I've
now
never bet. Like I've honestly, I've never made a bet. Like I don't bet.
Here we
I don't
go.
bet.
Here we go.
I don't like losing money. Like if I lose, if I win, you can actually keep it. But if I lose, I don't like losing no money.
Oh, okay.
Well, well.
There's a guy.
Welcome to the Pat Show tonight. Pat is showing his ass tonight. Look, man. Look, y'all boys, how y'all feeling, man?
I've been gone for a while. I had to recoup.
I see that. You came back with a vengeance. I see you. Yeah, well.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it was
what's up,
great.
Pop?
Had a good time. Let's see here. Nah, I got.
What up, G? I don't know who that is.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, that right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my bad, y'all. I'm distracted. Yeah, this is the Pat Man Show. We want to welcome him back. You know.
Been on a little hiatus.
The hiatus is real. Look, man, make no mistake about it. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have the GOAT Talk morning show. Y'all don't want to miss it. Please be there or be square. After that, we're going to take a break off of tomorrow night show. We'll be right back at you Wednesday morning with another GOAT Talk. Then Wednesday night, we got One Carolina. He will be in the building. Brother John is here. We will go over a lot of things. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to One Carolina. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. He'll be here Wednesday night, 7 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Looky here. This has been something. This week has just been. It's been a lot to take in, man. As a Panther fan, you get to feel the electricity. You get to feel the arguing. You get to feel the love, the hate, everything.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, it's electric right now. I feel it every day, especially this week right here. Like I'm walking around doing my stores, and I'm like, damn, who the Panthers gonna take at number one? And it's just, I love the feeling of the atmosphere changing here in Pantherland, man. So to all the Panther fans out here, embrace the moment. We haven't seen a moment like this since 2011. Let's make sure that we take this whole thing in as this week gets, as we come into Thursday. Let's just take our time. Let's woosah. Let's relax. Let's make sure that we just look at everything through a tiny microscope, and hopefully
blood pressure
everything
pills
will
too now.
manifest. Yes, sir. Fellas, y'all got anything? Y'all got anything else? Y'all want to? Anybody got some statements?
Nah, man.
Nah, that's just me.
What you got,
TMJ.
go? There you go over there, TMJ.
TMJ for president.
He got to fix his knees first. Anyway, y'all make sure y'all follow GOAT channel. Show that love over there. Subscribe to his channel. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Mud Ink Outlaws TV. Show that love. He'll be debuting another video tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Yes, sir.
So show that love, man.
Yeah, he gonna show y'all how to get it out the mud for real.
Oh yeah. And at 3 on Thursday, 5 hours before the draft, we will be giving away some type of prize every hour on the hour. This will be the first live, the kickoff live of Mud Ink Outlaw TV. Every hour on the hour, we're gonna give away a prize. Subscriber only, y'all. So go over there and subscribe, man. Show a little love.
Ballin'.
Yes, sir. Y'all have yourselves a good night, man. This has been the Black Cat Panther Podcast Experience, man. Look, subscribe to the channel on your way out. One love.
Keep
Wrap
pounding.
it up, man.